Okay. And then
So,
we're going to mute everybody, right?
yeah, we can mute everybody. I'm going to let you go ahead and do that. I'm going to start the screen share. Let's start our screen share. Hold on here.
Why is my internet unstable?
Hi. I can see the screen.
There we go.
Okay. Oh, good. Can everybody see that?
Yep. Yep.
Okay, now I lost, yeah, hold on 1 second, okay. I'm sorry, I'm having a little technical difficulty. All right, okay. Oh, did I lose you? Did I lose the screen share?
No, we're still here.
No, we're here.
But I lost the screen share.
You did?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, there it is. Okay. It was behind. Yeah. Okay. I am so sorry, everyone.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. It feels like technical difficulties today.
Pampered, not perfect, right?
That's exactly right. We are still excited that you are here.
Well, let's mute everyone because there's some background noise.
Oh.
Yeah. Are you doing?
I mean,
Zoom is all I need.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I had lost that part even.
Okay. I think we are good. Okay, I think I have everyone muted again. Let's take a minute to welcome everybody to our new consultant training call. Let's get an idea. Do we have who on this call? And you can raise your hand. We're going to have to scroll through some of the pages because we're actually up to 2 pages there. Who is brand new to the Pampered Chef? Let's see. Who do we have? You want to raise your hand if you are brand new sometime this year, because I know we had all invited you. There we go. We have Kelly. Kelly, I see Kelly. Yay. And Mary. Great, great. We're so glad you joined us. Anyone else? Anyone else? I see Angie. Angie, were you raising your hand? Yay. Okay, good. All right. Well, welcome everybody again. And we are back for week 2. So we are, I would first like to share, because I love this quote. How many of you love Dr. Seuss? Anybody love Dr. Seuss? Be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind, says Dr. Seuss. So we are getting you all set up for a successful launch in your business. And we're going to go ahead and we're just going to kind of go ahead and review what we did last week. So we talked a little bit about your why and the importance of creating a goal. Now, we're not going to really go through that this week because we went through it last week, and we do have a replay of that call. So what we'd like you to do is, if you would like, if you want to put it in the chat, you are more than welcome to put your why and or your goal in the chat. If you just want to say hello to everybody, say your name, and say what your why is and your goal. For those of you that did join us, were you able to make your launch list? So we gave you some very specific people to reach out to: your neighbors, your friends, your relatives, your kids' friends, and we wanted to make sure that you went ahead and you started getting your launch list together, because that's going to be a very important list, and that's going to be an ongoing list. And then the other thing was picking your party dates. So it was really important, and I had created a visual last week of looking at each and every week of how many shows that you wanted. We suggested that you have at least 4, especially if you're getting started in the business. If you want to take advantage of and maximize all your benefits and rewards out of your first 90 days, I would definitely do this. I would definitely go ahead and maybe on a Wednesday or a Thursday, because that's whenever your party dates are going to get started, if you can just put 4 lines in the calendar, and that is going to create a visual, because then you're going to look at that and you're going to go, okay, you're going to fill in the names with the people that are actually looking to, that you're scheduling a date for. And then this way, when you go to people and you're asking them for a date, you're going to make sure you're going to say, well, I have this date or this date open. So it's really good. You seem very well prepared, and you're not just going, well, I'm open any day. You want to give people some specific dates so that they have something in mind. And then reach out to your contacts, your friends, your families, your acquaintances, and then talking about two-way conversations, because you want to get a lot of no's. And the only way you're going to get that is by having a conversation with someone. The other part of that is tracking your contacts. So you have this long list of contacts and leads that you are working with. And what I would like for you to do is track all those contacts. So if you reach out to someone, you put their name down. And then when they actually message you back, you want to make sure that you go ahead and you say, yes, they messaged me back with whatever response it was. And we can't forget about the DASH training. How many of you did your DASH training? Do we have anybody that has any points? Oh, yay, Lisa, Mary. All right, and Kelly. And you know what? If you guys if you want to just make sure you put it in the chat, you are more than welcome to do that. Because we want to keep up with you, because that's the way you're going to grow, is by learning, in DASH will give you all the training that you need. And then the final is, we want to make sure that you have checked in with your recruiter and director, and you're going to make sure that you check in with them every single week. We want to make sure that you do that. So we're going to move on here. Okay, so we talked about making those contacts, and we talked about making them two-way. So it's a conversation. So if you're asking someone to host a show, or you're making a contact with someone, we want to make sure that you get a response back, because that's what counts. So 4 contacts, well, that's good. 6 is better, but guess what? 8 will make you great. So we just want to make sure that you reach out to more and more people every single day. How many of you, my daughter said something to me, heck yeah, Ma, don't these people, don't they want to make a lot of contacts? Don't they want to make a lot of money? That's what she said to me today. I go, yeah, you're down right that they want to make money. Who wants to make money? Everybody better raise their hands. Okay, well, for those of you that don't raise your hands, apparently you don't need any money. So I am just kidding. All righty. Okay. So I'm going to hand this over to, I think, Lisa. Lisa, who's going to talk to us a little bit about host coaching.
Yeah, so one of the most important parts of your business is the host coaching for your parties. So what is host coaching? And host coaching is supporting your host before, during, and after the party. The host plays one of the most important roles in having an engaging and fun party. And host coaching them effectively will set them up for success. So when host coaching is done effectively, you will see better attendance, a better party experience for guests and the host, of course, and more compelling story to share the business opportunity. And so a host feels, hold on, I have to move my thing. A host who feels unsure of what to do is much more likely to cancel their show. So it takes just as much time to do a little show as a great big one. And every host wants to be successful, but doesn't know the fine points of having a successful show. A host who feels unsure of what to do is much more likely to cancel. A host who feels successful will tell her friends how easy it was to host and encourage future bookings. Host coaching is simply a collaboration between you and your host. Your host is counting on you to help have a successful show. This is your host's only shot for a while to get as many free products as possible. It's not something you are doing to them, it's something you're doing for them, which that is, I think, really, really important for everybody to remember. We aren't doing anything to them. We are helping them get as much of the host benefits as they can. Sometimes it may feel uncomfortable coaching those that are closest to us, like our friends and family, but to make it more comfortable, ask them for permission to practice your host coaching on them using some of the scripts provided in the training course. Let your host know why you're excited about their party, and then find out why or what they're most excited about. Are they more excited about the host special? the 60% off item? Are they more excited about the free products? Find out what's on their wish list and use that in the party. Highlight that. Have your host be active by welcoming the guests into the party, and send them messages daily with tasks to post in the party. And then on the Consultants Corner, we have the tool, the host coaching tool, right in the party dashboard. Use that in your party to help guide you through a successful host coaching.
Okay. We're going to talk a little bit about reaching out to potential hosts, because you're probably like wondering, one of the things, now that you've made your launch list, the other struggle is like, what do I say? So here is, and you can actually screenshot this, or you might want to take a picture of this, or you will get the replay of this call. So we want to make sure that, you know, you have some type of verbiage when you reach out to people. So here it is. This is obviously virtual. Hey, Sally, I don't know if you saw, but I just started doing Pampered Chef because, and the reason that you started, I am looking for friends who can help me by doing a fun virtual party starting on, and remember we talked about those dates, so you want to make sure you put those dates in there. I set it all up and I invite your friends. It's an easy way for you to get some great products for free and discounted. And I really appreciate your help getting my business started. What do you say? Answer that with a question so that they can respond. That's what you want to do. So, okay. And that's some of the verbiage. All right. So we're going to talk a little bit about building relationships with customers in your virtual shows, because guess what? Those people that your host is introducing you to is all new people, and that's a whole bunch of leads that you need. So whether you're doing a home cooking show or whether it's a virtual show, with a virtual show, you actually have more people that you can reach out to, because there's going to be more people on a virtual show. So building relationships is really important. And if people like you, they will listen to you. But if they trust you, they will do business with you. So you want to make sure that people do business with people that they know, like, and trust. So that's so important there. Okay.
All right. So this is my part. And I'm actually really happy to share this with you, because let me start out. We're building relationships with the guests in your show. And the reasons we're building it with them is, one, because you want to ask them if they would like to have a future show with you. So you want to make that connection with them early on, but you also want them to have fun in your party. And I always say, think of a virtual party, and this is how I look at it. So I'm giving you kind of what I do, as if you're inviting them into your home. And when you invite them into your home for a party, you want to have fun. I mean, you want everybody to have fun and go away having said, that was a great party, I had a great time. And that's the same as a virtual party. And so how are we going to do that? The virtual party relationship starts really the first day your guests are being invited into the show. What I do is I host, and everybody's going to do it different, but what I do is I do 2 days of pre-party while the guests are being invited in, and then I do the following 4 days of the actual party. Again, everybody does it different. This is what works for me. So during those first 2 days, I want to get my guests comfortable chatting in the party, responding, talking, getting to know me and me getting to know them. And some of the ways I do that is during those first 2 days while the guests are being invited in, I tell them, we're going to play games and we're going to have fun. Some are maybe for a prize, some may not be for a prize, but I like to get interactive posts going right away along with game posts. One of my favorite posts is this roll call post with post a picture of your dog. And I actually say to them, you know, we all have a furry friend, whether it's an indoor friend or an outdoor friend, in a cage or out of a cage. It doesn't have to be a dog. Show us a picture of your friend. And as soon as they post the picture, I'm on there responding to them. Oh my God, your dog is so cute. Your cat is adorable. What is their name? How old are they? How long have you had them? Tell me something funny about them. Oh, now the chat is going back and forth, but not only am I talking, some of their friends are now commenting. So that's getting the interaction going. That's kind of what you want. Another great post is the refrigerator post. And let me tell you, We've had some interesting things come out of that refrigerator. I had an animal's hoof in there from somebody. I mean, it was just weird. But it gets everybody laughing and comfortable with posting in your party before the party has even started. I hope that makes sense to all of you, because it really is the difference in having a $200 party and a $1,000 party. We get them they want to come back every day. If it's boring and you're just preaching to the choir and there's nothing for them to do except for looking at your post, they're not coming back every day to see what you're doing. Some other ways I do it is playing games, and Family Feud is really one of my favorites and my guest favorites as well. I don't give prizes. I say, especially for Family Feud, what I say is try to guess all the answers in a row for bragging rights. Who can get them? And it's amazing how many people try to do that. And it's fun. I mean, some of the answers are just fun. And then I'll tell them, get all your answers in by midnight tonight. Answers will be posted the following day at 9 a.m. I do that on all of mine because I can actually post the game in Facebook and then post the answers at the same time for the next day. So that really helps. We also have a lot of pictures in our marketing imagery, and this and that is one of them. So you basically are telling people, what do you prefer? The measuring cups or the liquid measuring cups? And sometimes you get a war going on with people. Sometimes you're not going to get many answers. If you have a post that's not giving you many answers, find another one that will. So let me look at my notes here so I don't go too fast. The worst thing that can happen in one of your parties is crickets, where no one's talking at all. And we all tell our hosts to comment, but it can't be you and your host always commenting, because again, that's going to be a pretty dull and boring party. So you might have to switch up what you're doing sometimes. And nothing is written in stone, especially in my parties. Sometimes the movement of the party takes me in a different way than where I thought it was going to go. And sometimes it keeps me on schedule. So sometimes be flexible in your posts, because you might have to change them up. So we could go to the next picture, Patty. So now that we've got the guests comfortable in our pre-party, I start the party out. Remember, 2 days of pre-party posts, and then I start my actual posts. In my posts, the way I run my party, I do 12 posts a day, every hour on the hour. I've never had a complaint. One post, maybe two back to back, but pretty much every hour on the hour. And I do about 4 to 6 item posts. And when I say that, it might be a recipe with maybe the second post is some of the items I used in the recipe. But I usually, you're throwing me off, Patty.
A little catchy tonight, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So I usually will do 4 to 6 content posts, which to me a content post is our Pampered Chef items. And then I do at least 1 or 2 games every day, continue on the games. And then I do tips and tricks, and I do what's for dinner. And every post that I have, even to our content post, starts out with a question. You always want to try to find a way to get them to respond to you. So by asking a question in your posts, you're not just telling them, here's an item and I think you should buy it because, and here's all the information on it. You're actually trying to get some more information out of them. Would they even use this product, and what would they use it for? Or, you know, how many people have, this is my favorite, how many people own the Mix and Chop? And then you get 5 people selling that Mix and Chop for you by telling you what they love about it. So they're doing your jobs. You don't even have to comment. They're doing your job for you. So always try to remember to start a post out. It's really important, with some form of a question. It could be a funny question. It could be a serious question, whatever it is. Just try to get a question in there so that you give your guests a reason to answer in the comment section. Also, this is really important, the most powerful thing you can do in your show is have them message you. And if, first off, it brings up the Facebook algorithm so that more people will see your posts. The more comments in your posts, the more everybody will see all of your posts. If no one's commenting, Facebook will shrink your posts up and they might only see 1 or 2 of your posts during the day. So getting them to comment is important, but also getting them to message you is kind of key, because we want to start a private message with them, and having them initiate that, super important. So how do we get them to message you without feeling like they're giving away, you know, their second born? They're so afraid of connecting with us because they know we're going to hit them up for a party, because probably other direct marketers have done that. And that's to give them a reason why they should message you. So two of my favorite, actually I have more, but two of the easiest ways to do it is to explain to them, we're playing this game. I'm giving you a free season's best to the winner who gets them all, or I'll put you in a drawing and someone's going to win a prize, but you have to message me so no one else can see your answers, because otherwise we've got one winner because everybody else is going to copy them, right? So this is a great post for the salad ingredients post. They get this done within 3 minutes. I've got answers on it. But they all message me their answers so that no one else can see the answers, because they want to be the only winner or they want to get in that drawing. Same with the witch cake and then I'll again post the answers the next morning, give them all a chance to respond. Once they respond and private message you, that's where you can open a dialogue box with them and just start talking to them. Hey, thanks for your answer. Yeah, you got them all right. I can't believe it. You were so quick. One of the first ones in. How do you know our host? Did you guys go to school together? Do you work together? Are you relatives? Are you friends? What do you know about Pampered Chef? And that's how you want to start talking to them, because they now have to respond back to you and you're building a relationship. And that is so key. Building the relationship during your parties is going to help you get new hosts and also bring people onto your team, because they're going to feel comfortable talking to you and you've just become their friend. A lot of times their best friend. I also have in my parties, I have I have a game post and tickets, and one of the items you can get, I don't know, 25 tickets, is to like my business page. So I get a lot of people liking my business page, but I also go in once we start this conversation and I friend request them, because now we're friends. A week from now, we might not be friends, but right now they're my friend. And they're going to see more of my information on my business page and like me even more, because I give out free recipes constantly. I show them how to cook things. So those are all important during a party, and that really is going to make the difference. I do have high, I don't know what you would call it, sales parties, and I really put it to this. I bring my personality into it. I have fun, they have fun. If they need an item, they buy it. I really don't even talk about the items as much as people think. They shop the catalog and they're purchasing because they feel a need to purchase, especially right now. Everybody's eating and cooking, and half of them don't even have the tools they need in their kitchen. So it's even better now because people are looking for those items to help them put dinner on the table quicker. So does that make sense to everybody?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If there's any questions, we'll take questions at the end of this, and I'd be happy to go over anything that you have. But hopefully you know that the most important thing is to make that connection with your customers. Okay.
Definitely a know, like, and trust factor. How many of you feel comfortable with Lisa? Do you feel like, she can make you feel really comfortable? I know that. That's how it made me feel. Or you could feel like a rock star guest. And this is kind of a nice little compliment. And you're messaging someone, obviously, when they've opened up that communication, and you're just telling them thank you. And this is someone that has participated on the show, is answering the questions, is, those are the ones that are, they're talking about products that they already have, that, they're like a Pampered Chef junkie, and they just love, they just love the limelight. So you're telling them, we call you a rock star party guest, and you're commenting on everything and you're super engaged, which spurs others to want to participate too. So I have a question. I normally always message my rockstar party guests because they are usually people that I would love to work with as a host of their own online Pampered Chef party. I'm sure you probably have tons more on your wish list, and I can help you earn that for free if you host your own party in April. 75% of folks shop for products online and will follow a trusted brand name like Pampered Chef. Not to mention, I do all the work. I would love to facilitate a party for you. Plus, ex-hostess will get the credit. What do you think? Remember, there's a question at the end of that as well. So just like Lisa was talking about, she was asking lots of questions. So that's what you want to do, is make sure that you cover all of those.
Before you go, go back one slide.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you guys all take a picture of this? Because you're going to want to do this in your party. So at the end of your party, this is when you're going to start messaging those guests that have been active and talking to you throughout the party. Everybody can be a rock star guest.
Mhm.
All right.
Okay. All right. We have objections coming up. Diana?
Okay. So we've covered a lot in a short amount of time. And now that you've got your list going, your frank list going, you're building some relationships behind the scenes, scene with your guests, and you're asking for a party, or you're asking for something else. In the chat, real fast, how do you feel when someone says, when you hear the word no, or when someone says no? How do you feel? How does that make you feel? Disappointed? Discouraged? Okay, so those are two really good words. That's basically really what everybody. Now think about this too. Since at least my children, and I'm sure they're no different than anyone else, the first word where they always hear is no. No, don't do this. No, don't do that. No is just a natural reaction when people are asked something sometimes. But we want to tell you that don't get discouraged with no's. We want you to celebrate the no's, because if you're hearing no, you're actually you're asking people. Everyone is going to hear no's. So no's are good. Don't fear no's. Think of it as yes. I got a no. I'm getting closer to my yes. For every was it 10 no's, you're going to get 1 or 2 yeses. So that's kind of like a little formula. Okay, we can move on to the next slide. So we are going to think of ourselves as problem solvers. That's our mission. So when you get an objection or you get a no, what do you do? Do you just give up? Do you say okay? Is like, oh no, what do I do next? You know, or do we try to walk through these objections? So I had a little saying, and I don't see it on here, that went away, but that's okay. I'll find it before we're finished. We often hear things like, no, I don't have any friends, I don't have any time, or, you know, no one's working right now. Has anybody heard anything like that? You know, what do you say when something like this happens? We have to be problem solvers and solution givers. Yet we always respond with empathy first and then a solution. And so we can move on to anybody have a question about that? No? Okay, let's move on to the next slide. There it is. I was looking for this on the wrong side. So remember this, an objection is not a rejection. It is simply a request for more information, right? So no sometimes is the same thing. They just need a little bit more information. So the formula, I kind of named it FFF, formula is feel, felt, found. So this is how you can overcome any objection with a customer or a host or anyone, really. I know how you feel. I felt the same way, but what I found was, or what I found is. So write that down. Feel, felt, found. Now, for an example, let's take the objection of, oh, no one's working right now. That's something what you're going to hear. Well, we all know that that's really not true, because look at, you're all exploding. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful time. But this is how you can answer, wow, I understand how you feel. You know what? I felt the same way too. But what I found is that many of our friends are working from home. They're cooking more at home than ever before. And they're looking for a fun distraction that can benefit their family and their friends. Let's give it a try and see what happens. Does that sound good? Let's set it up. So you're addressing, I know how you feel. I felt the same way too, but what I found is. Okay. And now we can go on. Common objections that we hear, is this going on to Leslie?
Yes, I think it's my turn. I had to unmute, couldn't find the button. Common objections that we hear. I don't have enough time to host a party. I hear that one a lot. I know that we're all really busy these days, but it makes it that much better when we take the time to get together with our friends. It is so much fun and takes a lot less time than you might think. Is there a weeknight that might work better for you? I love this little graphic.
I love that graphic too. And even not even just a weeknight, it could be right. That's a saying too for when you're having a live show or if you're doing a Zoom show. It's like, which day works better for you? I start my shows on Wednesdays, every Wednesday or whatever. You give them a choice of when they can start their part.
So the key to this though, is especially, I'm just going to address this one right here. The key to this is that you know what your schedule is. You know when you can do your parties. So you have to have your schedule set first. And then usually what I do is I offer them 2 dates. Does the 12th or the 17th work better for you? That's what I usually do. I did pull this out of Dash. So this would be more geared towards home parties, I think. But either way, you need to know what your schedule is going to be and what days you're available. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anyone and I don't have friends. I understand that it's hard to know who to invite. Fortunately, there are tons of people who love Pampered Chef. I can help you brainstorm a list. What if we work together to get it started? So I understand, I feel, and then I felt. I didn't put in the I felt part, but you get it. Fortunately, there are tons of people who love Pampered Chef, and I can help you brainstorm. So I'm offering a solution to what the problem is.
Right.
I don't want anyone to feel pressured to buy. I completely understand. We offer a lot of great products that are under $50, but don't worry, there's absolutely no pressure to buy anything. My goal is to provide a great time-saving mealtime tips and products with your friends and make it a fun event for everyone. So all of these and more are in the Dash. So that's why I put more on Dash. And the link is right here if you want to take a picture of that, or actually just go into Dash and just go to, it's under new consultant training, and overcoming objections is right there.
Right. And so do we have time if we want to go to Dash?
Yeah, I think we've got that coming up in here.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. Good segue.
Good segue. Great job,
Okay.
Diana.
Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to stop share for a second here. Whoops, and I got to escape out of here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to get, I got to start, we'll take questions in just a second, right?
Finish the training part.
Yeah, we'll do this really quick.
So while Patty is doing that, does anybody have any questions about objections?
Okay, can you guys see this?
Oh, never mind.
Can you see this or no? Sorry, you can go ahead and ask that question. I just wanted to make sure.
We can see it. Go ahead.
A couple things doing it. So once you log in, I'm going to take them here first for just a second. So once you log in to the website, if you, I'm going to have to move this over because you're not going to be able to see it. Hold on. I'm going to make the screen just a little bit smaller.
There you go.
So that we can
see.
go on there.
You just
Okay.
when you hit it smaller.
What's that?
Make it smaller again.
Make it smaller?
Mm-hmm.
Like that?
Yeah, because you want to see right under your picture right there.
Okay. Okay. Can you guys see that now? Okay. All right. So if you can see underneath your name, you can also see this little question mark that actually turns into this little help button. So I'm going to click on this and look at this. This is totally amazing. So you are going to find, if you are not able to get in touch with anybody because you're working really late at night and you just want to figure out how you can answer some of your questions there, you're going to go to what's called consultant support. And there is a ton of frequently asked questions right here that all have clickable links. So you are going to be able to answer your question like, how do I set up my direct deposit? How do I reset my password? Order supplies, check shipment status. Okay, if I clicked on one of those, it actually tells you how you do that. Once the part of your order has shipped, you can track it on Consultant's Corner. There are 2 paths that you can take to get there. And it tells you exactly what you need to do. So it's pretty easy. And so you can answer, or you can actually use it to do a live chat with the home office. So they're actually not available now, but we can do that. Sorry, chat is not available, but they can actually, you can search for some answers here. If there are answers that would be available, if the questions were asked before, you can also email support, and this will take you back to Consultant's Corner, otherwise the Knowledge Center. So most popular answers for some of the questions there. So lots of resources just in case you are having some troubles. You can also call them during the day, and that's the number where you can call them at, and you can also email everybody. So here are, if you have feedback regarding marketing, which is promotions, or materials and catalogs, these are who you email, and products and technology. So how does that feel, everybody? Does that kind of help? Does that kind of help? I know that could be a big lifesaver for you. So the other thing that we want to take you to, let me go here now. Hold on a second here. I'm going to take you here. And we are going to go to, we're going to go to Dash right now. So I'm going to go to Dash. If my computer allows me to go to Dash.
We're just so slow today.
Yeah, it is. I think everybody is on the internet. So what I want to do, oops, I wonder if it's just because whoops, it's still loading. What I want to do is I want to get to the resource library. So we went to Dash, we go directly to the resource library. I'm going to show you a couple things. I think Marie is on here. She'd be super proud that we're going over this. It's taking a little bit to load these items there. But you want to get to website and technical support there. Let's see, are you opening? There we go. Now we've got to load the items there. I'm sorry, I don't know. It's probably because I'm zooming and all of this all at the same time. So we're going to load up the items. Hopefully you guys like that. Okay, so here you're going to find some additional help videos on how to create a party. I'm not going to go through it, but they're actually videos that you can actually play. And so it's create a party, enter party orders, or submitting a party. So these are helpful videos that will help get you through those first couple of shows. So I know that you wanted something else, Diana. What was the other thing that you wanted them to go to? Or who, was it Lisa or was it Leslie?
It was overcoming objections. I think that's a new consultant training.
Okay, let's go back. Let me go back to Dash. Now I just told it to do 2 things. I said, go back and then go back to Dash. Okay. Welcome, getting started. Okay. Is it the welcome or the getting started? I think you can actually look for it up here, right?
I think so.
Look at that. Let's use the search engine.
Let's learn something new.
Yeah. Look at me. Look at how many, look at my progress on there. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm not seeing the objections on here. Did anybody document? Is it a document? Yes. Oh,
It's not a document. It's in the. It's in.
Training?
Yeah.
Okay. It's taking a long time. This is handling objections on the deluxe cooking blender. Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's under getting started.
Is it? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
We'll go there. Let it load. We want to try to get them all. Try to share your story, plan your calendar, recruiter, launch list. Here are those, by the way, we're here. These are the ones that you want to complete right away. Okay.
Awesome.
I did not see objections in here.
Okay. Sorry, it must be under, I have the link to it, so I just used the
Okay.
link. It must be under party training, but I'll share the link.
Okay, that would be great.
I have the screenshots.
Yeah,
Oh, perfect. Okay.
the link is in the slide.
And you'll be
Yeah.
able to find them. Okay. So, nope. I don't know why it's giving me a hard time, but I'm spelling it right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I
Here.
You
think
know what, maybe Leslie, can you share your screen and show,
where it is.
go with the link and we can show them where it is? Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
And then we'll just go through the last two slides. That'll be good.
This will take, yeah, we'll take a minute to do this.
Okay,
Is it in party training, you think?
I think it is, yeah.
Oh, okay. That would make sense.
It is slow tonight.
I think everybody's.
Yeah.
So there's more on the host coaching that we talked about.
Is she sharing?
Yeah, can you see it?
I can.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I can see it.
See, I don't know. This is horrible.
Right, we had this all right. Well,
We did. We had this already.
We have a document that we will share with the objections. It is in here, and we will put in exactly how to
Exactly how to get to it. This is fun.
get to it, right?
Well, everybody write down, pampered, not perfect.
Exactly.
And a lot.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
that make
Yeah,
it crazy?
I don't know.
So as we're looking for it, let's go on. We can go on to the other slides, and Leslie and I will keep looking for it. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, I'll find it.
All right, let me do one more screen share. Oh, we have someone that wanted to get in. We still have people joining. Yay. Okay, hold on just a second here. Let me do a screen share. Okay, so we did this one. Okay. Oh, thank you for joining us. We'll do some Q&A. You're on your own, and you know what to and know what you know, and you'll decide.
Can't I find this?
I can't even say this. And you will be the guy who'll decide where you'll go. Oh, the places you'll go. I like Dr. Zeus. Apparently, I like him a lot because I've used him twice. Okay, so we'll do the questions, the Q&As. This is just your homework if you want to screenshot this as well. I love, there he is, Mr. Warren Buffett there, and he has a little message for you, and his little message says, the more you learn, the more you earn. So continue with your dash trainings, your daily customer reach outs, 8 to 10 a day, more is better. Track your contacts, and we talked a little bit about this really early on. Virtual PCT training is the Facebook group that you can go to. So if you're not familiar with it, reach out to your director or recruiter, and they will help you get there because there's a lot of great training on there, and also a mock party that you can view so that you can get your first show and your second show up and running there. Check in with your director recruiter. Always ask questions. And next week, technical tips, virtual party tips. So, okay. Do we have any, yay, questions? Oh, there are some questions in the chat. So should we,
Can I answer this really quick? I'm sorry. It is in party training. It's just under time to book a party.
Yes.
I just didn't click into it. I was looking for objections in the title.
And actually, the pictures slide over, so you went right by it and didn't realize it.
Yeah. So I'll put the link in the chat.
oh, that's perfect. Great, Leslie. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. It's not a clickable link, so you guys are gonna have to copy and paste that.
Yes.
Okay, so let's see if we have any questions in there. Pampered, not perfect. Thanks, Louise. We all learn new things. With this area with settings for Facebook business, I'm new to Facebook. Thanks.
I'm thinking that's her Facebook business page she's talking about.
Yeah, which next week I think are we covering? Next week we're covering Facebook business page. But
Yeah.
if, like I said, if you get into that that virtual PC team training Facebook group, there's a video on there on how to set up your business page.
I have a question.
Oh, there's Mitch. She is there.
I am there. Go back to Lisa Ford's cake. I want to answer the questions and see if I knew the answer of which cakes those were.
Hold on.
I know, I was wondering what the answers were too.
That is so funny.
I just want to guess and see if I'm right.
All
I
right.
know
Okay.
All right, bring it
Wait,
back up.
stop the recording or keep it going?
No, we could stop.
Oh, wait, hold on. Stop. Hold on. Recording. Hold on. I'll stop the recording.